Finally. Your phone saves the day, Alan.
Brand new, bro.
That's why. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for hanging around, the 20 of you, for the last probably 5 minutes while my phone wasn't working.
Technical challenges for Woody.
It's one of those Gen Y things. But we just wanted to kind of hang out today and, answer some questions for you guys, show you some of the cars that's in the workshop at the moment, maybe some future project stuff, so...
Maybe some spoilers. So.
Nice beard. Thanks, Jonathan. Finally, someone's giving me a compliment about it. No one else seems to like it. There may be a few spoilers too, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, let us know. It is your standard workshop. There is crap everywhere still. Because working. You're just here for the Cox Sheds kid. Where is the Cox? Under the house.
It's under the house. I had to hide it from Millsy.
Millsy keeps stealing it.
It does skids on wet grass.
The Challenger does skids on wet grass too. So I've got this Gen 4 Liberty Wagon. A bit like your old one, Alan, actually, isn't it? Same colour?
Yeah, I think so.
Super Gramps. And what's going on with this?
So it's a 3-litre 6-cylinder, and I'm putting a GDX 3576 on it. So custom made manifolds and stuff.
They're the same as what you did with Marty's car, eh?
Similar, yeah.
How do you feel about Moog's Golf?
I think it's amazing that it's that powerful and quick, but it's still a Volkswagen, so it'll still be a broken mess in 2 years' time.
You hate Volkswagens, eh?
I like that it works as well as it does, but I don't like that they don't work for long.
Yeah.
They just...
Jonathan said bolt on bollocks. It's a bit like that, isn't it?
That's the majority of Golf R owners would be doing that. Seems to work.
I think it's a good thing. And what's going on in the background over here? What do you got, Al?
Some old iron cylinder heads from a V8 engine for an upcoming project. That should be out, I don't know, maybe a couple of months. Well, we haven't started it yet, so except for pulling the engine apart. But that should be an interesting build. That's another mate's car. That I've,
Everyone's your mate, though.
Well, I've known him since I was 5, so that counts as a proper mate. So I've wrangled him into modifying his completely standard old car.
As you do.
Pretty good at that. So that's coming up. That'll be interesting.
So we pulled the motor down to check it out and inspect. This has kind of just been sitting here for, geez,
A couple of months now.
probably a few months, yeah. And everything's great condition. These motors did have some gremlins from factory with...
machining problems?
Yeah, machining problems. So, see the pistons over here. And it is all just chilling.
It's all covered in lanolin so it doesn't rust.
Got to get all fixed up. What do you got here?
We've got a box full of GFB wastegates and stuff for another project, not this one. But we will be doing pretty soon, I think. I think we have to have that ready for Radial Riot or something. It's a drag car. So we're doing some cool upgrades on that. That's another mate of ours, Hole Saw Dave, who loves to burn a hole saw to a molten crisp. So that'll be fun. That's coming up.
And a few people in the past have asked about what's under the benches here. Al has made...
This is the castings for intercooler, watered air intercooler that is part of the turbo kit for the Toyota 86 that I have developed. It's 99% complete. Very difficult undertaking.
These castings are great though. It is an awesome finish on the inside.
This is all done by a mate of mine, Denny, who is very complex. Very complex. Pretty interesting. Don't flow too much. So, tons of work in that. It's been my nemesis for about 5 years now, I think. I'm not giving up.
Ironing out the details.
A lot of that. Very difficult. So next time you see someone make a turbo fit on a car, don't say you should make a kit, because it doesn't work that way. It's very, very difficult to make.
There's a difference thing in making.
Works properly.
There's a difference from making a kit from start to finish and also making a like just a turbo kit, as in like a manifold, turbo, and pipes.
Bolting a turbo on a car as a one-off is not particularly difficult, but manufacturing.
That's what I think you should do anyway.
Is difficult.
You make the pipes, and everyone else can sort out the rest. Someone asked if it's too cold to dirt bike. Nope, it's actually great to dirt bike.
It was pretty cold yesterday when we went.
It's
So we went out to Imbil yesterday with a massive crew of guys, about 18 I think we had.
So 20 to start with.
20 to start with, and we lost a couple. They're not dead, don't worry. But yeah, it was a great ride. Woody put on a show as usual.
Always, mate.
Flipping stuff over.
Always.
If you're into dirt bikes like we are, you can check it out on Josh's MVDBR channel that we shared during the week.
It was at the end of episode 6, was it? We did a little shout out for him. So
Yeah. So
I'm gonna get a dirt bike to putt around the woods around my cabin. Any suggestions to someone that hasn't ridden one in 20 years?
CR500.
Nah, definitely not. I would honestly probably say you've got to ride something you're comfortable with. If you've ridden a dirt bike in the past, then no doubt you can probably just jump back straight into a 450 and you're good to go. But if you're not that mad keen, maybe something like a 250. 2 strokes are always fun, but also it can be deadly.
2 strokes for the amateur.
I'm an amateur. I still ride a 2-stroke,
know.
but you're an amateur too.
You so flip it over the bloody over the top of yourself every time you ride it.
Yeah, that's just my get out technique. Just dump the clutch and flick the bike forward so it doesn't land on you. So yeah, this is Josh's channel, MVDBR Enduro. He's an absolute legend, making some cool videos.
Puts a lot of effort into his content.
I stuffed up my headlight yesterday too.
Mine's broken too.
This got some carnage yesterday. Yeah, I want to build a bike. We have got some plans to do some bike stuff.
ATM parts. Sorry, Millsy.
When is little L251 getting some love? Hey, that's actually next on the.
It's up next.
It's next on the list after the Cruiser. Al hacked at it. I went away and went to pick up my new car, which didn't end up, but I ended up getting a new one. So Al was here filming by himself.
So the quality is outstanding. Of
Yeah.
course.
Any Skip Patrick guys heading to Wheelbank anytime soon? No, not at this stage. We do plan, so the Bedford is back. We've just got to sort out the handbrake and stuff. We'll be heading down there soon to race the boys at Nugget Garage. And when we do,
Dominate.
we'll, you reckon they'll dominate or will dominate?
I reckon the Bedford will.
But when we do, I will let you guys know on Patreon that we're heading out there. So you guys can always come and say hello. With those kind of events, we'll always let you know where we're going. But only to you guys, it does get a bit hectic being bombarded by fans when you're at a show or something. And if we are there trying to work and trying to film, it does get a little bit hard. So, but you guys with Patreon, definitely always let you guys know whenever we're doing something like that. What do we daily drive? This is my Challenger. Right here, and in the reflection you can see my next car, which we'll see if I can get a little sneak peek, see what you can make of that. The old Challenger, the trusty duties is
Very hard to kill that thing.
oh, it's great. What's happening to the Liberty? The Liberty is getting a turbo kit. So as Al just said before, making up some manifolds and intercooler piping and everything. Haltech?
Yeah, Haltech as well. They do a like a patch loom plug-in for the thing. I have done them previously on factory ECUs, which also works, but Haltech's just obviously a little bit easier, and you can implement flex fuel very easily, which they kind of do need. They're a very high compression engine. They are ping monsters as it is. So adding boosters is probably not the greatest idea, but that said, they are very impressive to drive. It's a really nice engine, and it just goes.
I remember Mark's old one was crazy.
That was the first one I ever turboed. That's Mark that owns a Fairlane. He had one. Well, we specifically bought it to turbo it. Just that's how he and I roll. But it was a fun drive. Just basically get to $3,000 and start smacking the limiter all the time. It was really cool.
On the subject of projects, if budget wasn't an issue, what would you like to build? That's a sweet question, Nathan.
Toyota Crown.
Yeah, honestly, I would probably say the same thing. I'm not really a big supercar guy. I'm not really the kind of guy that would own a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, mainly because they're not practical. In all honesty, man, I would probably say something along the lines of maybe like a 171 wagon, but all out. Come on, dude, think about that. Think about a really, really fast long roof.
I am thinking about it.
So you'd go an old Crown, you just fix up your old Crown.
Yeah, I'd finish my car. One of them.
I'm not. People always ask you what your favourite car is. I'm not really a kind of guy to. I don't know. That's a hard question because it's
We don't do expensive stuff.
Fiki 38 TT in the Challenger. Hell no.
Yeah, that would be death.
We're just two real dudes, Nathan. Two dudes in a shed building stuff. So don't be shy to come and say hi. There's heaps of.
Let's have a look at some of those sea of engines.
I was just going to say, let's have a squeeze over here. What's going on?
A340, that's going into an old vehicle that will be on the show, an old Holden. So I'm pretty keen on that. I reckon it'd be a really sweet conversion.
Yeah, I reckon that's going to be a sweet car.
The owner wanted to put a K24 Honda engine in it, so once he recovers from the beating, he'll realise that he's now putting a 1JZ in it. Got a few other crappy old things over here that's been gathering dust for years, Woody.
It has been.
Got the big trans for the project that the engine's pulled apart over there from Hughes. So you would have noticed the massive Hughes banner. Hughes are a partner of the skid factory, so they do supply us with some products. They are a very awesome company to deal with, super supportive of us, particularly Pete, who is the sort of media manager. You would have perhaps seen some of his videos about torque converters and stuff. He's also obviously a transmission expert, but he's currently working as their media manager. He is the most supportive and helpful guy I've come across in
absolute
the
legend.
car trade. Nothing but awesome with us and Benny.
Not only us though, man. People, the public, is saying if you've got some data with your converter data, send it to me. I'll give you some tips. That's a huge thing to say with however many products you send out. It's a massive job to do that.
So yeah, they're on board. So. The amount of work that we have to do to actually just get that projects organised. They obviously belong to other people, so they have to be able to afford it, and we help them along. Like most of the stuff that we do, we do the same thing. Anyway, what other engines?
What's under the blanket there?
That's what engine I was going to put in the Crown, but I'm not sure I am now.
Oh, what? I don't know about this.
I'm a bit bored of it.
Come on, man.
There's too many of them.
No way.
Actually, I've been frothing over those BMW M63 V8s with the Hot Valley turbo setup and stuff.
You like them?
Absolutely frothing on that.
Speaking of turbo V8s, there's a sneaky Nissan thing over there.
No, yeah. That's old trusty VH41. That's been sitting there for a while.
It has been. Almost as long as that Barra motor there.
It's almost like I never do any work on my own cars. Yeah, I'm pretty shit.
And the 7M JZE.
Yeah, that's going to a different home to what we were originally going to put it to, but it'll be well used. Very good value engine, the 7M JZE. You got a trusty LS1. Everybody hates LS1s because they're so useful and work. I don't understand why people don't get cranky about LS1 conversions. I guess, yes, they do get boring because everyone uses them, but there's a reason why everyone uses them. So this is going into a HJ Kingswood. We'll do it like a build review on it, but I'm definitely not doing a whole series on it because I can't stand the comment section going off its brain about LS conversions. Gets pretty old, but it's also pretty disconcerting for us when we're trying to make a show and people are whinging about the engine choice. Obviously in Australia these things are available at any pub car park or Gumtree or Facebook Marketplace. They're everywhere because they sold tons of Commodores with them in. So it's there's nothing that doesn't make sense about it to put into an older car. Again, we're going to modernise this one like we did the Nova. That's probably the worst thing about them is that they look like a brand new a modern engine, which they are. So we're going to do the 4-barrel throttle body and all that sort of stuff. And the factory ECU will run that sort of 4-barrel throttle body set up exactly the same. So it's a no-brainer. Get rid of the coils, put some old school looking rocker covers on it, and you got a sort of nice engine that's reliable and doesn't leak everywhere.
Yeah, Ben, we do get the 5.6 Nissan V8 in the patrols though.
Only very recently since about 2013, I think.
Yeah.
So it's the newest variant. Which
Recently,
is
5 years ago now.
crazy, like variable valve lift, like third camshaft lift control and
Yeah, it's cool, funky stuff.
cool stuff. I love them, but any direct injection engine is a difficult thing for us to work with in the aftermarket because control of direct injection isn't mainstream yet in the ECU world. So
Yeah.
we you either have to convert them to port injection or don't use them at all, or use a factory ECU, but that's obviously very difficult in some of the late model stuff.
What else is going on? The Land Cruiser is finished. Still needs to be tuned. We haven't lined that up yet.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, we have? I just don't know about it.
You're taking it tomorrow, bro.
No, I'm not. Is it going tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, you're an idiot. Okay. Once again, not letting me know about stuff that's happening. Not gonna be here, bro.
Yeah, that's all right. It'll be easier without you. You're a pain in the butt.
So it's done and dusted. Running well so far. And it looks awesome too.
It was tuned when it was in the previous vehicle, but because we've changed the fuel pressure and a few other things, it needs to be tweaked. And it's an older ECU running it, so it's not as easy as a Haltech where you can just change the fuel pressure number in the software and it'll account for the change. You've got to sort of do a bit more fiddling around with this older unit. So I'm leaving that up to Josh, who's our tuner at the moment. He's doing a mint job on the other vehicles that we've had done by him. So he used to be Woody's minder when Woody was an apprentice.
Yeah.
So you know he's tolerant and patient. Give me that.
Why is that?
Because you're getting cranky because I'm burning you all the time.
Getting cranky because I don't know about this stuff that I'm not going to be here to film, so now it's not going to be on camera.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not, because I'm not going.
Yeah.
No.
It's just going down there tomorrow, you chooch.
When's
Doesn't
it
mean
getting
it's going to
tuned?
get tuned.
When's it getting tuned then?
You'll be right. I was wondering when I was making the... Why didn't he go vertical coolers? Nathan, why don't I go vertical coolers? Primary reason for anything was that Nathan, the owner of the car, supplied the intercoolers and I just had to make them fit. So obviously this was an unfinished project and we had to work with what we had, but also there's limited space, and it was basically just whatever we can make fit would go in there, and they fit. And it honestly, like, that's the way it was set up in the previous vehicle anyway, and it doesn't make any difference. Woody's got his Croc Hunter thing going on here. I don't know, because the steering wheel probably doesn't work properly.
Can you imagine driving this thing up the beach, windscreen down? Actually, you'd be silly to do that.
I can imagine actually falling out of the car.
Mud wasps everywhere. Yeah, it would be pretty easy to do.
When I was doing a burnout in it, it felt like I was going to fall out.
It wasn't much of a burnout, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, let's be honest, the 1978 Land Cruiser is not really a burnout Masters candidate, is it?
It is comfy though, I do like it. I don't like it a lot.
When you drive it up the road, you probably won't think it's comfortable.
No, maybe not.
Do you actually hit kangaroos like we hit deer? Around here, no, but if you go west a little bit, if it's nighttime, there's just swarms of them on the road, and there's just carcasses everywhere out there because the truckies will just mow them down because there's not much else they can do.
It's mainly like dawn and dusk, really, they come out.
Yeah. Not so much around here. We have a few kangaroos and wallabies around the area, but not a great deal.
What was that one time there was one on the side of the road, remember that?
We
Down the road.
Yeah, there's always roos around here, but we're not running them over for sport.
No. That's also illegal to do.
Yeah,
Should I start this thing up?
I don't reckon you'll be able to start it because it's cold. Dead badgers in the UK. Gotta use some throttle a little bit. Spoiler alert! Can't hear anything, Captain.
Nothing? I'd be able to hear the car for sure.
No, I can't hear anything because the car's noisy.
Oh. Is that getting fixed up?
Bit of an update to the exhaust there. It's too noisy.
Oh, okay. I was going to give it a little rev. Maybe not. Maybe the neighbours won't enjoy that either on a Sunday morning.
So yeah, we had a bit of a win with the exhaust. It actually sounds quite good now.
This is my favourite part, eh? Oh. Jeez, that hurts my bones after yesterday.
It's a Race Technologies dash.
Dash 2.
From the UK, yeah, I think they used to, Link maybe used to sell them. Back boxes that don't drone, I assume you're from the UK if you call it a back box. One that's a very large body with a lot of packing in it will prevent drone. A small muffler doesn't do anything, a big muffler does a lot. It's pretty much the golden rule.
Even facing tips up or down or wherever can create drone too though, so that's something to make note of if you've got, yeah, you can...
Depends on the engine too, yeah. If it's a common vehicle like a Golf or something like that, you're better off getting an off-the-shelf thing because they would have experimented with sounds and stuff like that.
And also costs a lot less than fabricating something yourself, so
Yeah.
that's always a fun part.
Well, I don't know if it'll cost less, but at least you'll get the result. Going to all that trouble of making an exhaust and then having it annoy the shit out of you because it's droning its head off on the highway. wouldn't be very cool. Isn't it the middle of the night in the UK? Oh, I don't know, is it? Probably.
I think some parts of the same. I don't know. I've got no idea. What time is it now?
What time is it in the UK or America if you're there?
Should be like 7 o'clock.
Hello.
Maybe like 8 o'clock now. 20 to 8.
12:41 a.m. Nice.
Good. Dedication.
6:41 p.m. Jeez.
London.
Don't you people ever sleep? We tried to pick the most reasonable time, but it's pretty hard when the world is a large round sphere. So,
Purge welded goodness, Alan.
yes, I did purge weld those headers. That's the done thing. Hello, hi mans.
What else have we got going on now? What can we show the people?
Always midden out somewhere, true that. Opinions on a Volvo 740. Yeah, I like Volvos, they're sick. Don't like the front wheel drive ones much. RB20 would be a better motor than a 1JZ for an old Holden. An RB20 would be a better motor than a 1JZ in no place or time ever. A 1JZ is,
Burn.
I would consider a 1JZ better than an RB26.
More of a comparable.
Toolbox, yeah. I got a new toolbox. It's kind of more like a block flats than a toolbox, but it's yeah, it works all right. The other one was a bit haggard. Here's Woody's corner of debauchery. It's just always all these crap everywhere all the time.
Actually, shout out to our mate Darren.
Here's his turbo that he's never going to fit to an engine because he's too lazy.
Shout out to our mate Darren
Come over here. I can't see you.
for at ComSpeed Radios, who is a fan of the show and hooked us up with some radios for the Cresta, the Benny's Cresta. I had some camera troubles also, and he's hooked me up with, he's lending me this Canon XA20, so I'm stoked for that, Darren.
He also lent us a whole other ADD.
Actually, lend us,
Yeah, because we had to send ours away to get repaired
his
because
ADD, so
we were having audio problems with the headphone. Well, not the headphone jack, the
mic
input. You can see we've got quite the rig here. So three microphones in total.
It's a dual mono setup, so both the lapel mics are on one channel and the separate shotgun mics are on another channel. And one of the channels wasn't working in the mic input, so it was a bit
So
dicky.
we were copying buzzing noises and all sorts of stuff in our videos, which does not go down well with
Slash
the
wasn't
YouTube comment section.
Wasn't recording audio at all, so.
We had a guy sent us thousands of number plates. Woody?
So, there's a few, hang on.
He actually wrote on the back of them what they were fitted to and what sort of car they were.
So there was a couple of different people who sent us a few different plates, but there was
A cow head butted this four-wheeler, the cow one. Sick.
So here's a photo of his L series.
Ooh, Subaru issues.
350 and 3L80 heavy duty into it, and then it's got here potato mud. Very random.
Potato mud.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
He might be watching.
I don't expect you to display or feature these plates. I just thought you might like if you hang in the garden, edging, whatever. Enjoy. Grand Prix. This was written 5 years ago. 1982 Pontiac Grand Prix with terrible 231 cubic inch V6 and shitty automatic that only had 1.5 of the original 3 gears. Cool to get a bit of a backstory in the plate, so I love it. I only keep plates from my own vehicles that have no clue about this one. The L on the end of it meant it was a trailer though. So that wasn't a trailer. Utah. Greatest snow on earth apparently. This one was from Darrell.
Darrell, yeah. He was a cool guy.
and we went to Hot Rod Drag Week. Went to a Wreckers to try and, what were we trying to find?
We're trying to find a spare wheel
Oh, that was
for
right,
the
yeah.
trailer,
And then,
but the U-Haul trailers have some proprietary wheel size that was uncommon. We couldn't find one. Do I like Peugeots? Yeah, I like those little 205s from back in the 80s. They're sick.
and I think these, this plate survived J-O-B. This plate survived
Need to get a job.
4 hurricanes across the United States twice. It has been from below sea level to over 12,000 feet. Florida and Wyoming mud. Maybe Utah too. That's cool. Even got a plate surround on it. New York? Where was that one from? That was from the Wreckers, wasn't it?
Maybe. It's
Or
pretty
from
haggard.
Rich.
Oh, you could have been from Rich.
Ontario. North Carolina. No, I think these were from the Wreckers, which we tried to sneak out. And then Darrell gave us that one. I'm pretty sure. Trusty old WI plate.
See, my number plate on my bike's not doing too well.
Oh shit, where did mine go?
My story is that just happened if I ever get pulled over. Woody has actually got a new see-through number plate that is on the side of a hill somewhere out near Imble.
No, I tried to pick it up. We're going to try to find it. I smashed it yesterday.
Yes, Nathan, we certainly did get footage. We actually had a big project going there, but it's being that it's in Canada, it's taking a long time to actually get the product from the project. When we get it, we will continue. It's a bit just taking a long time.
That was from yesterday. It was straight. I'd sit and split there too.
Are we coming to All Ford Day this year? I don't know, mate. When is it? Maybe.
Actually, someone asked me that the other week.
I think doesn't Gulby have something to do with All Ford Day?
Yeah, golf. Naomi's old man organises it.
Yeah,
Mark Van der Tog.
we might do that. I don't know.
Even go down for a bit of fun would be good, I think. What about the charade, Alan? Don't get the red and white goat Karen shot. Well, here, you want me to film?
Oh, my arm's sore.
You're probably getting all shaky. Here's another project. There's been plenty of spoilers about it on the show.
It's not really a charade. They just call them that in Australia because they're idiots. It's actually,
Do you want to show the under the bonnet
this is
or
what
not?
happens when you hang out with Martin too much. I don't know. Spoilers?
It is a bit of a spoiler.
Yeah, no.
And what's under the car cover there?
So you've just got to reload it back in because it's like the biggest gearbox you've ever seen in a car. So that's coming up. Sounds like someone turning up to drop their car off.
Everyone's dropping like flies too because the reception must have dropped out. So how do I switch this around?
Well,
That's it from us today, homies. This what?
turn around. There's too much light.
Oh. Oh no, more people are coming back on.
Just like to say thank you to all the Patreon people. Like your donations to us makes a massive difference to this being a viable thing for us to do.
Massive difference.
We owe you guys a lot, and don't be shy to ask for things because we kind of owe you. So
There's Mars.
Hey Mars. Yeah, so thanks a lot. Yeah, and keep the communication open because we're always here.
Let us know what you guys want to see more of. If you want to do more of these Patreon live feeds, even if it's something like me setting the camera up, the laptop up in the corner, and just live feeding us working here in the cars. If you want to see that kind of stuff happen, then we can do that.
You'll have
That's
to
not
wear
too hard.
clothes.
Oh god dang! Don't tell them that. Maybe I don't wear pants behind the camera. You guys don't know. That's
It's like like the newsreader not wearing pants.
Not wearing pants under the desk. Any quick tech ideas? Let us know too. Disrespected style, yeah, almost a bit like more like lifestyle. I think it'd be just like,
What's disrespected?
you know, like that Evo videos that Marty was doing. The no editing shit talk for an hour while
Yeah.
working on the car.
Sure.
Quick tech videos. If there's something that you want to see, let us know. We've got a few out there, but it's always good to get some fresh ideas from other minds, and hearing from our fans what you guys want to see is also a big one. So yeah, let us know. Again, thanks for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Lines and fittings, yeah, definitely gonna hopefully speak to Speedflow and do another video soon. So we've already done one in the past in the Bedford build,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
start
Yeah,
of the Bedford build.
halfway through the Bedford build, we did a really big Speedflow talk up on it. So jump back and watch over those. But you got dogs barking and people walking around in the backyard. So
My Ridgie doesn't like it when people turn up unannounced. So
anyway, thanks for tuning in, homies, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
for
Enjoy
joining us.
Enjoy your weekend. Have a good one.